Elon Musk, and then we'll talk about anti-Semitism and stuff like that. Elon Musk shakes up Twitter, or did he bring back the N-word? I mean, he's definitely bringing it back in a big way. All right, let's watch this.
The world's richest man is now officially Chief Twit. By Tuesday, his company, Twitter, will be private again. But what happens then? Well, he has said he wants to make Twitter a super app like China's WeChat, used for payments, entertainment, and communication.
My idea would be like, how about if we just copy WeChat? Hey. Hey.
But he's told investors he'll cut staff, not add to it, and the CEO, CFO, and general counsel were all out in his first hours as owner.
Boom.
The contradictions continue in a note to advertisers that promises a, quote, digital town square that is also a, quote, respected advertising platform. A place where you can choose your desired experience, but that also doesn't splinter into echo chambers. Musk has promised to allow President Trump and other banned users back on the platform. Trump this week saying he'd remain on Truth Social, the comparatively tiny platform he launched after Twitter and Facebook kicked him off. And Musk has said he plans to do away with most content moderation, although laws around the world require any company to filter.
Yeah, he won't. It's just bullshit. I don't know why the fuck people are like, oh man, I can't wait for Elon Musk to do away with content moderation. Like, you're a fucking dupe. You're a sucker. Like, the liberals who are like, this is our Ukraine. We need to fucking hold our ground now. We'll be posting through the midnight. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're such an idiot, dude. Your brain is so deeply broken by fucking Twitter. And all the fucking dumb racist motherfuckers who've been blasting the N-word on the timeline thinking they're not going to get clapped up are also dumb. Like, everything has moderation. This is a $44 billion fucking product that he purchased. He's not going to beat it up immediately, even though Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. So who knows? But I don't think he's that big of an idiot. I might be wrong, though. You know what I mean? Like, this was a pretty good breakdown. Yeah, I mean, look, this article is most likely going to mention things that I've talked about already with respect to, like, international content moderation that Elon Musk has to do. Like, you know, comply with the Iranian government, okay? Comply with the Ukrainian and Russian government at the same time. Comply with the Chinese government if he wants to maintain his businesses in China. Comply with the Russian government if he wants to maintain his businesses in Russia. Comply with EU standards. Comply with Germany. Like, what is he going to do? Not have fucking... In Europe, the bird will fly by our rules. Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Of course. So we are in Austin together with Elon Musk. Thank you very much, Elon, for welcoming me.
What do you mean comply with Iran? Like, it not necessarily comply with Iran, but there is a dual interest there where, like, on the one hand, you're complying with the American State Department's interests, and on the other hand, like, you know, Iran is using your fucking platform to out dox and maybe even in instances like murder your fucking some of your users. You know what I mean? And of course, like in EU, if you want to be in EU, you have to comply by EU standards. You got Netversorgedong or whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, NetzDG for short, for Germany. I don't know how to fucking say it. It's like the most insane fucking... Okay, here, I'm going to say it, even though I learned German for years and years, okay? Okay, you want to know what it's called? Netzwerkdurchsetzungsgesetz. Yeah. Netzwerkdurchsetzungsgesetz. Why does Elon look like he's about to beat this dude's ass, dude? That's so funny. Maybe.
So we are in Austin together with Elon Musk. Thank you very much, Elon, for welcoming me.
Thank you. Most welcome.
And of course, we discussed many issues, and I was happy to be able to explain to you the DSA,
yes.
A new regulation in Europe. And I think that now you understand very well. It fits pretty well with what you think we should do on a platform.
No, I think it's exactly aligned with my thinking. I think I very much agree with. It's been a great discussion, and I really think I agree with everything you said. Really, I think we're very.
We don't care about other countries as long as we're free to say freedom of speech. We are good. This is for USA. That's our standard First Amendment. Other countries are different. Bro, you are such a fucking dummy. I can't wait for you to be so disappointed in Elon Musk when he's not allowing you to be as racist as you want to be on Twitter. Like, it's just so dumb. It's such a dumb fucking take. Okay? Here's why it's a dumb take. Every platform has terms of service. You want to know why you care so much about Twitter's terms of service? Because your ass is not on Gab. Your ass is not on Parler, and your ass certainly ain't on Truth Social. Your ass is on Twitter. Why do you want to be able to say the N-word on that platform and not on all the other platforms? Because that's the only platform that's habitable and decent and normal to use, and even then, it's a lot of fucking mental illness. Now, why is Twitter the only one that you want to use? Because it has moderation. There are platforms with no fucking moderation on it. Why aren't you there? Well, because Twitter has all the users. Why does it have all the users? Because it has moderation. People are so dumb. They don't understand it. They think like, no, it's actually supposed to be like, a child porn and Nazi pedophile stomping ground. Like, no, dude, no. Even fucking 4chan has moderation. Poll has moderation. Okay? There is no such thing as like free speech. There is no such thing as free speech absolutism. Even those fucking platforms I just mentioned, where they are significantly more open-minded, let's say, okay, about what is allowed, and by what I mean hate speech, because let's be real, that's all we're talking about, okay? Even those other platforms, they still ban you for shit. And the main reason why Twitter is not going to do that, or the main reason why Elon's not going to do that, is because no matter how wealthy Elon Musk is, I don't think he's like wealthy enough to just fucking burn a third of his net worth. He's not wealthy enough to burn $44 billion like that, okay? And shut this shit down. And not only that, but also his assets are tied. Like Twitter's success is basically tied back to Tesla, and Tesla's success is tied to Elon. That's just how he operates, because he doesn't have liquid capital. Oftentimes he's just literally leveraging. When he makes an acquisition like he just did, he's leveraging it against Tesla. Okay? Now here's the thing. He hasn't even said that he's not gonna. He hasn't even said that he's gonna let everything fly. Like that's what a lot of idiots understood. Even though that is not the case. He needs to make money. The company needs to make money. Okay? And your ass ain't making money if your ass is fucking allowing transphobia to continue on the goddamn platform. Your ass is not making money. Well, maybe not transphobia. I think transphobia is way more normalized. But like, your ass is not making money if you're just like overtly white supremacists. If you're just like, yeah, free speech means Nazis get free speech. Like, no shot. Because ultimately, advertising companies are just going to fucking say, that's not allowed. We don't want that. Do you get it? You do anti-Semitic shit, you do like overtly racist shit, you're going to get clapped. It's just not going to happen. Companies will pull their ads. Nobody wants to fucking run a goddamn ad about hamburgers right on top of someone just saying the N-word over and over again. Like, no one wants that. And this article will probably cover everything I just mentioned, because those are the immediate problems that I foresaw when I was thinking about this deal a little bit. Okay? He has the international shit. I say this with other confidence because problems with Twitter are not engineering problems. They're political problems. Yeah, exactly. Great take. Twitter, the company, makes very little interesting technology. The tech stack is not a valuable asset. The asset is the user base. Hopelessly addicted politicians, reporters, celebrities, and other people who should know better but keep posting anyway. Me. Or you, Elon Musk, are addicted to Twitter. You're the asset. You just bought yourself for $44 billion. Yeah, people like myself and people like Elon Musk. It's like, why the fuck are you posting? You are so wealthy. Why are you posting? Why are you in the muck? Because you're an addict. You are addicted to being loved, okay? You want to be admired. You want to be loved. That's why you keep posting away, even when people are hating on you. The problem in the asset is that people are intensely complicated, and trying to regulate how people behave is historically a miserable experience, especially when that authority is vested in a single powerful individual. What I mean is that you are now the king of Twitter, and people think that you personally are responsible for everything that happens on Twitter now. It also turns out that absolute monarchs usually get murdered when shit goes sideways. Here's some examples. You can write as many polite letters to advertisers as you want, but you cannot reasonably expect to collect any meaningful advertising revenue if you don't promise those advertisers brand safety. I've talked about this with respect to Twitch terms of service. For a lot of people who fucking freak out about Twitch and its terms of service, and it is inconsistent, let's be real, the reality is that Twitch's terms of service allows Twitch to have viable inventory where they can serve fucking really high CPM ads. Why? Because they ban white supremacist shit. They ban transphobic shit. They ban bigoted shit. Does it have a tendency to go too far? Absolutely. I myself have been banned for anti-white racism, a ridiculously laughable subject, but ultimately it doesn't matter. There's a reason why I ride or die for that fucking, for the TOS. Because it can go, misinformation title, lol, you're a joke. Wait. Is there someone in my chat that was trying to defend QAnon and claim that the fucking Pelosi suspect was not QAnon? Bro, I love you motherfuckers, man. You're so sick. Last time this guy was in here was to tell me about U.S. ready to help Zelensky leave Kyiv. Washington Post. He said Fox News, misinformation title, lol, you're a joke. Anyway, let's get back to this and we'll talk about the Pelosi husband situation in a second. Paul Pelosi. Okay. So you can make all the promises about free speech you want, but the dull reality is that you still have to ban a bunch of legal speech if you want to make money. And when you start doing that, your creepy new right-wing fanboys are going to viciously turn on you, just like they turn on every other social network that realizes the same essential truth. As expected, Trump's social network is rapidly banning its users it doesn't like without telling them why. Yeah. The irony is a lot of those fucking networks, literally a lot of those platforms ban people in even less transparent ways than what you get at Twitter or what you get at Twitch. Actually, there's a step before trying to get the ad money. It turns out that most people do not want to participate in horrible, unmoderated internet spaces full of shitty racists and not all men fedora bullies. This is why Twitter is so small compared to its peers. What most people want from social media is to have nice experiences and to feel validated all the time. They want to live at Disney World. So if you want more people to join Twitter and actually post tweets, you have to make the experience much, much more pleasant, which means moderating more aggressively. Again, every alternative social network has learned this lesson the hard way, like over and over and over again. I think like radicalizing content is really good for a platform that is trying to grow. So in the early stages, you fucking let it ride like YouTube did, like Facebook did, and it's still doing, by the way, holy shit. And like TikTok is doing currently. But then after time passes and you have a whole bunch of Nazis on your platform, You get the adpocalypse, and people go, oh, shit, never mind, oopsie, and then they start banning some of the worst cases. Also, everyone crying about free speech conveniently ignores the biggest threat to free speech in America is the fucking government, which seems completely bored with the First Amendment. They're out here banning books. Elon, the President Joe Biden, and former President Donald Trump have identical policy positions on Section 230. They both want to repeal it. Do you know why? Because the First Amendment prohibits them from making explicit speech regulations. So they keep threatening to repeal the law that allows social networks to even exist in order to exert indirect pressure on content policy. It's not subtle. State governments are even less subtle. Both Texas and Florida have passed speech regulations that overtly tell social media companies how to moderate in open hostility to the First Amendment. You know, why did your mods not post my question? I don't know, because you're a self-entitled dickhead. Just write the question yourself instead of fucking bothering my mods. How about that? AI director Bill Burns, you got to learn how to be more nice. Here, take a second off. What are you, my fucking dad, dude? What are you, my mom? My teacher? The principal? No, bro. I got to deal with thousands of people all day, every day. Some of which are just in here to be a fucking weirdo. This assumes Musk is a rational actor. I am not too sure. Man, he loves money. Like, what the fuck? I mean, he's bad with it, but like, he still loves money. He loves making it, making more of it. I'm just saying, $44 billion, like, that's way too much to just drop. You know what I mean? That is way too much money to just fucking burn. Anyway, but yeah, then there's like compliance and legal issues. You can't deploy AI at this problem. You have to go out and defend the actual First Amendment against the bad laws in Texas and Florida, whose taxes you like and whose governors you seem pretty fond of. Are you ready for what that looks like? Are you ready to sit before Congress and politely decline to engage in their content capture sessions for hours on end? Are you ready to do this without the incredibly respected policy experts whose leader you first harassed and then fired? This is what you signed up for. It's more boring than rockets, cars, and rockets with cars on them. And it gets worse the second you leave the United States. We talked about Germany, huge market for Tesla, China, content moderation on the international scale. There you go. It's like, Itawan, talk about it. Bro, I'm going to talk about it. How about you shut the fuck up and wait for it like the good boy you're supposed to be, okay? I hate some of you motherfuckers, man. You're literally, you come in here, it's a Saturday. I shouldn't even be streaming right now. And bitch asses come in here and go, dude, talk about what I want you to talk about right this fucking moment. Like, fuck off, dude. Calm the fuck down. Be a good boy, okay? You're not my fucking producer. So entitled. It's just like the entitlement makes me so mad. Anyway. Like I said, Elon Musk, I love free speech. The free speech, the use of N-word on Twitter has almost jumped by 500% after Elon Musk takeover as trolls try to test the limit on free speech. Yeah, let's tank Twitter like they tank Tumblr strategy, seeming better and better. And someone can break that down step by step. Yeah. I mean, it's dumb as fuck because Twitter does have purpose, especially for news media. And I do find it really odd that people are trying to destroy it when Elon himself is seemingly going to destroy it anyway.
What we post.
You take all of those ingredients and you bring
Hold
toxic
on,
or
I'll be back.
problematic users back to the platform while decimating the internal mechanisms at the company that might be able to deal with these situations. I think it's going to be a rocky road for a while.
Elon Musk brought our wallets online, has helped to revolutionize the way we drive, and owns the Postal Service of space. But Twitter could be his most difficult project yet. Now, in his very first hours, obviously, we saw this sort of imprint inside the company, but on the platform itself, researchers are pointing out that all sorts of trolls and online hate groups are already testing the fences, getting organized in anonymous forums, and then trying to figure out what it is they can say under Musk. Meanwhile, even as Elon Musk tweets, "The bird is freed," top EU regulators, at a time when laws around tech and free speech are tightening around the world, have said that he's got to play by their rules. You guys?
Yeah, all eyes on these changes that are afoot. Jake Ward, thank you for that.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube.
Of course he's not going to do that shit, dude. He can't. Like, billionaire or not, ultimately your God is money. Your God is capitalism. Okay? So if your God is capitalism, you are motivated by capital. Okay? That's it. Like, he has now officially cucked himself by putting himself in like this weird position of power that certainly will garner some sympathy or some additional like influence, right? But it also means like his businesses are tied to that shit. So governments will come to him and be like, yeah, I don't like what the fuck you're doing. Like, China's going to literally be like, I don't like what you're doing on Twitter. Fix it. Or we pull the Teslas out. Or no more Teslas. Especially when it's like a state government that is so profoundly powerful over, like, so profoundly powerful that they can literally shut you out of the fucking marketplace. You think, like, this is why I was laughing about the notion that, like, Kanye West is going to have any level of success targeting white supremacists, right? Like, at the end of the fucking day, that's a tiny market, okay? You do that and you lose out on, like, most normal people who despise that sort of behavior. And when you lose out on, like, the actual larger market share, you're fucked. Just like the right-winger white supremacists that you're, like, trying to fucking cede ground to or offer new territory to, like, they don't make up a gigantic sum of that user base.
The break.
Anyway, Elon has also brought up maturity ratings for tweets. Facebook has a fairly diverse oversight board, and both the left and right are still upset at them losing game. Good point. Being able to select which version of Twitter you want is probably better. Much as it would be for a movie maturity rating, the rating of the tweet itself could be self-selected, then modified by user feedback. Hey, that sounds weird.